Hello, my wonderful ones. It's Lisa Turner here from Psycademy. And today I want to share with you a really, really important message thing, I think, for you. And it really starts with a question and how you might release the answer to that. So the question that a lot of people ask me is like, so I get a lot of people who want to be spiritual practitioners, they want to be psychics, they want to be healers, they want to help people, and they're asking themselves, who am I to? So today I want to do a live emotional release on that block and any other block that stops you moving forward to doing the thing that you are here to do. I'm also going to give you a case study of how one person went from being £40,000 into credit card debt to totally flipping that, and what she actually went on to achieve and how you can do that too. I'm going to share with you, looking at my list, because I wrote a little list for you. The single thing not to do if you really want to help others, if you really want to help others, the single thing not to do and what to do instead. And we're going to do a releasing blocks live as well. So here's what I'd love you to do. If you're liking this video, like it. If you really think someone else would benefit from it, share it with them. If you think they could help getting over their stuff that stops them helping the people they're here to help. They've incarnated here to help somebody. So why is it they're not doing that? So, oh, my screen is all wonky. There we go. So fix my screen now. So if you have any questions, pop them in the box there. If I don't answer them live, if you're listening to the replay, I'll answer them. I'll just type an answer. There you go. Now, many of you have heard me talk about our spiritual practitioner training. It's our spiritual practitioner certification training, where you get initiated into your high level guide, where you can do higher self therapy, which is one of the versions of the emotional release that I'm going to be doing here with you today. And some of you are thinking, okay, I know I really want to do this. I really want to apply to it, apply for it, but for some reason you're not, or you're holding yourself back. So here's what's possible. So there was this particular lady, I'm not going to say her name. She may be listening. I don't know. You're fabulous. So she came to me, and she actually came to me for a psychic reading, and she was over £40,000 in debt on credit cards because she had been phoning psychic hotlines daily. And because she had done, she just racked up the debt, and she kept phoning the hotlines, asking them, how can I get out of debt? And then she came to me for a psychic reading. And during the reading, we found out lots more about who she really was and who she was here to, her life purpose, what her soul's purpose was. And she, I said to her, you know what, I'm just going to invite you to do this. Have you thought about applying for our spiritual practitioner certification training? Because I think, and she even said to me, and you maybe know somebody or have had this said to you, you've gone for a psychic reading and someone has said, you know what, you're really psychic. You could do this. Maybe you could consider doing this. And then you haven't really known where to go with that. So I said, she said to me, so many people have said you're psychic, I should do this, but I don't know where to start. And I said, well, that's why I created the spiritual practitioner training, so that we could take people from thinking they're psychic, knowing they're psychic, to being psychic and being able to really help people, having those skills. And one of my missions is let's get that power to the people, but let's get our money power to the spiritual people. Because I think, anyway, that's another whole video we could do. So she signed up for Spirit Prac. She did do it. And not only did she learn how to be super psychic and get amazing skills and start working with clients, she eventually went on, this is so ironic and so fabulous, so she went on to set up her own psychic hotline, and she made the decision she was going to set this hotline up using only high-level psychics who would and could totally empower the clients, rather than the ones that are on some psychic hotlines. I don't use psychic hotlines, so I don't know. But using those who, like they phone you up and you phone them up and all they want to do is keep you on the phone as long as possible so they make more money. Her objective is to get the clients to go as deep as possible, to get the biggest release, the biggest clearing. And what do people really go to a psychic for? They don't go to the psychic to necessarily, superficially, they'll go to the psychic because they want to connect with a loved one so that they can get some healing there, feel better, more comfortable, or because they want to know the future. Now, that's the superficial reason. But the deeper reason is they want to release the pain of the loss of their loved one. And rather than knowing the future, the reason they want to know the future is so they can be ready. Well, why be ready for something that seems out of your control? Why not learn how to create the future? So if that sounds like something cool, I will post a link to the spiritual practitioner training in this, so where you can apply for it. You can learn more about it and apply for it in the comments. But for now, if you've thought about going professional, working with clients, and I know some of you, I can already see you there, you've thought about it and you've stopped yourself. You know who you are, right? So you've thought about applying for Spirit Prac or taking up the offer of Spirit Prac, and for some reason something stopped you. So we're going to do a release on that. So if you would love to have that release, you'd love to have what stops you moving forward, what stops you taking that next step released, just say yes to the release, because we need your permission, obviously, free will and not violating boundaries and stuff like that. So if you pop that in the comments, yes to the release, then we'll go ahead with that. And what we'll also do is we'll send you a little some information about how you can get hold of how you can apply for Spirit Prac. So next thing, what's the single most important thing to not do if you really want to help people? And the thing is, the single most important thing you want to not do, the thing that will stop you helping people, is if you fail to work on yourself. The most important thing that you can do if you really want to help others is to start with yourself. So, there are two main reasons people come to work with Psycademy and join us on Spirit Prac. Number one is they want to go professional. They want to be that professional level psychic. And the way we've geared the program is it's intended to give everyone everything they need, so that if they follow the instructions, not everyone does, but if they did follow the instructions, they would be able to earn 6 figures within a year. So to become a 6-figure psychic or a 6-figure spiritual leader. So we gear it so that you can go professional, earn way more than your fees back. And everyone who's followed the instructions has had that happen. Those people who haven't had that happen, somewhere along the line, they stopped themselves. They just did that. I mean, sometimes it's just a choice. And that brings me to the second reason people join Spirit Prac. Some people go, I have no interest in going professional. That's not my bag. I just want to clear my stuff. I just want to get really empowered. I want to know how to really help myself and really clear my stuff. And it is such an intense, deep, powerful, profoundly life-changing personal development, spiritual development program. Imagine having ongoing conscious connection with your highest self, your sacred higher self. Imagine having that in an ongoing way. Imagine being initiated into your personal spirit guide. Because what we do is, it's a little bit like a Reiki attunement, where you get attuned to the symbols. You get connected with your personal spirit guide, so they're within you, so that you and them are united as one, so that anytime you want guidance, like I get from No One Guide, my guides, you can have that from your guides. That's totally possible. So some people, first reason, they want to be professional. Second reason, they want to clear their own stuff. And here's the thing that happens. Some people come thinking they just want to go professional and find out what stops them making the money they want to get, make and get the clients they want to get, and it turns out it's because they haven't worked on themselves. And they get that. The other people come, I just want to work on myself, and they're not interested in being professional. But what happens is they start doing the work, they learn the techniques, they have such a profound experience and deep, deep life-changing change, that what happens is they then think, wow, why don't we share this with other people? Why, I'd love to, what? I want other people to have the kind of amazing experience that I've just had. And then they decide to go professional. So whatever it is for you, if you want to have deep, profound change and connection with your guides and higher self, or if you want to really go professional and earn become a 6-figure psychic, either way, Spirit Prac might be the thing for you to at least have a look at. So if you're thinking, oh, okay, that sounds good, but who am I to earn 6 figures? Surely being spiritual means I have to be poor. That's a limiting belief. That's a resistance that's going to stop you. Maybe you're thinking, oh, it's too difficult, it's too hard, or who am I? And I'm not good enough, I'm not psychic enough, I don't know enough, I don't have enough time, I don't have enough money, I don't have enough, I'm not enough. If that's you, how about we release that? So the first thing I want you to do is, as you think about wanting to move forward with, and I'm going to use Spirit Prac as the example because that's what this is specifically set up for. So if you're thinking, you know what, all of those things, that I would love to experience on spiritual practitioner certification training. I love that, but something feels like it's there's some resistance in me. Who am I to do that? So as you think about wanting those things, your guide, your higher self, connection, earning 6 figures, being really successful, that deep change, every time you think about that, is there anything in you that has you say or feel, that's not possible? So the first thing is, as you think about wanting something, wanting to move forward with Spirit Prac, but it feeling not possible for you, just notice where you feel that in your body. And the next question, and we're just going to release that feeling. And you don't need to understand it. You don't need to analyze it. You don't need to try and make it go away. You just pay attention to the feeling. Now, the next thing we need to do is, in order for you to have an experience of this release, here's what you need to say. So here's what we need to do. I'm going to ask you this question, which is it totally okay with your conscious mind, your unconscious mind, and your higher self for you to have an undeniable experience of releasing what stops you moving forward onto your next level of evolution, and for you to be aware of it consciously? Now, as you think about that, I want you to, as you get a yes for that, you're after a yes, post yes to the release. And I need you to post yes, release, or yes to the release, something like that. Just so we know. I'm getting lots of people saying, yes, I agree, and stuff like that. That's great. But I need a yes to the release. So yes to the release, that'd be great. So just bring that into awareness. I'm just going to give you a few moments. Because good, people are posting yes. Good. Okay, so we're going to do that in a minute. But while we're doing that, I want you to start thinking about and bringing into your awareness that emotion. And this will happen even if this release will take place even if you're on the replay. Still need to post yes to the release. I'm going to set this up. So you need to post yes to the release. Yes, release. Yes, release. Those 2 words, yes and release, need to happen. Otherwise, I'm just, it's the way we code it. It's set up like a spell almost. So the release only happens when you've given total agreement to that. Now, one of the ways that we work here in Psycademy, and one of the reasons the spiritual practitioner techniques are so powerful is this. So when you think about a problem, you think about like you're experiencing this effect, and the effect is a resistance or a block, okay, or a problem. And somewhere in your past or in your programming is the cause. Now, what a lot of healing techniques do is they just release the effect, but the cause is still there. And here's why that's still a problem. It's a bit like if you've got a leaky petrol tank, the problem is the leak in the petrol tank. And you could just keep pouring in the petrol, and what's going to happen? The tank will keep leaking. So in Psycademy, rather than releasing the effect and just keep, I'm just going to keep putting in the petrol, we go, okay, so what's the cause of this problem? Why is it that we keep having to put the petrol in? The problem is there's never any petrol. So the solution is not to put more petrol in, it's to figure out where the blimmin' hell the petrol's going. So we heal the whole. We heal the cause of the problem. And the cause of the problem is not necessarily what you think or what you're saying to yourself. It's that emotional feeling. So as you think about moving forward, becoming a professional spiritual practitioner, taking spiritual practitioner certification training, or even just applying for spiritual practitioner certification training, as you think about that, where do you feel it in your body? So as you bring that into your awareness, and we're working now with the people who've said yes to the release. If you haven't said yes to the release, this won't work for you. So as you think about that, as you feel that feeling, get in touch with that feeling, I'm going to ask my higher self and my guides to go to your higher self to release that emotional block. So just pay attention to that feeling as my higher self goes to your higher self to release it. And you don't need to understand it. You don't need to analyze it. You don't even need to try and make it go away. All you need to do, that's right, is bring it into your awareness. That's it. As my higher self goes to your higher self to release that resistance. And that's right. That's right. So now, just ask your unconscious mind, what do you need to know or learn, the knowing or learning of which will allow you to easily and effortlessly let go of all of that emotion, all of that feeling, and to release the block too. What do you need to know or learn? What are the learnings? And the learnings are always positive. They're always about you, and they're always for the future. That's it. And if you do get some great learnings, feel free to post them and share them if you want. That'd be cool. Awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set that up so that that continues to happen for anyone who watches this and who posts yes to the release. So we had Liz, Sylvie, and those are the only people who I can see who've actually posted yes to the release. So if you posted yes, it needs to be part of being a really great spiritual practitioner is learning how to follow the instructions. Yes, release, those two words. That will still work retrospectively. So if you want to go back and listen to this later, or if you paid attention to it and you're going, I didn't release, it's because you didn't type yes to the release. So yes, release. That's what we need. I've got a yes, please from some people. Yes, please do a cup of tea. I'll fax it to you. You need yes to the release. I agree to the release. Something that lets my guides know that you're saying yes to the release. Okay, awesome. So next thing you need to do is, now I'm going to post a link to our spiritual practitioner certification training. Here's what's going to happen. Go and read the information and complete the application. And then what will happen is once you've completed the application, then what we'll do is we'll set up, you can book online automatically an interview, a meeting with me or one of the team, and we'll discuss whether spiritual practitioner certification is right for you or not. Applications close. In fact, we cannot work. No more offers of places will happen after the 26th of January. And we only have a very few. We're looking at like 3 or 4 more places left. We've got some people, oh, itchy face, some people waiting to, we're waiting to hear back from some people. We've made the offer and they've gone away to figure out their, how they're going to join and you know, just the logistics of it and sort out dates and things. So go and I'll pop that link in for you, and I'm just going to hang here just for a second if you have any other questions while I pop the link in. And there we go. Here's the link coming. The link is coming. And if you have any other questions, any questions about anything, whether it's the release we just did. So I've just posted the link to spiritual practitioner training. Go and apply for that. Any questions about spiritual practitioner, how to be a spiritual practitioner? So Alexandra, you've posted yes, please. Oh, yes, release. You have. Yes, right. That's triggered now. That's going to work for you. Good. If you want to share any of your learnings, what were the learnings you got? And often people get the learnings. It's like when you know, if they're asking themselves the question, you know, who am I to be a professional spiritual practitioner? Who am I to earn 6 figures? Who am I? You know, like, isn't money bad? You know, that kind of stuff. So often they get the answers, things like, well, money is infinite, so who are you not to have access to some of money? And isn't it time for you to be in control of your own financial destiny so that you can do more good? And so, you know, the who am I question, who are you not? You are a divine being. And as a divine being, surely it's your divine right to do that which you desire. Awesome. Fantastic. So if you know anyone who's wanting to move forward in their life and they're not, share this with them. Tag them with this. That would be awesome. So till next time, I look forward to seeing your interview, your applications come in, and your speaking to you in your interview for a place on Spirit Prac. And ultimately, if it's in your highest good, if it's in everyone's highest good, if it's a great fit, see you on Spirit Prac. And see you on our next Facebook Live, which may or may not be tomorrow, when we're doing a really important message about spirit, money power to spiritual people. Join me in helping to awaken the species, change the world. Awesome. Okay, so Liz has said, oh, great comment. I felt like I had a pain between the throat and the heart. Didn't get a message though. It's not a message, it's a learning, and it's from your unconscious mind. So it's not so much a message, it's more of a learning. And it's not even a learning, it's more of an unlearning of what was negative. So maybe it was, and it will always be something positive. So listen to that release again, or just meditate on what are the learnings. What is your unconscious mind? want you to know or learn, the knowing or learning of which will enable you to move forward, to be that professional, or be that professional spiritual practitioner, or have that deep, profound change in your life. Awesome. Lovely to see you all here. Lovely. So many people here today. Awesome. So any other questions? Oh, we got a little love heart. Awesome. Fantastic. More love hearts. I love the love hearts. Go on, make it go mad with the love. Go on. Let's see. Let's see if we can do it. You can do it. I know you can. Oh, bless you. Alrighty, so till next time, see you on Spirit Prac, see you at the interview, look forward to seeing your application. There they all go, the little love hearts. Bless you, bless you, bless you. Love you lots. Till next time, love you lots, and bye for now. Bye.